All right, red flag number 9. Red flag number, see, we just talked about him having a bad reputation, but red flag number 9, he may have a good reputation, but all of his friends have bad reputations. What does that, is that a deal breaker? What does that mean? Listen, when you have someone you're dating and a lot of their friends, at least 2 or 3 or more, right, have a bad reputation, why is that a red flag? People, my precious women, what that indicates, usually birds of a feather flock together. And what it suggests is 1 or 2 things. Number 1, there's a possibility that he engages in the same behavior, but on a low-key level, right? Some people, it's not that, they don't do no dirt. They just good at not getting caught, okay? And so if they're hanging out with people who do things that are questionable, what's questionable? They get 2 wives, right? One over here, 2 whole families, right? Watch porn, get high. They, do a lot of things that are questionable, right? That's a red flag. And a one-off, okay, right? A one-off, okay, maybe, okay? But 2, 3, 4, 5? The second thing that it indicates is not only if he's not doing it, right? Maybe he's not doing it, but he's okay with that behavior. So what does it mean to be okay with the bad behavior? A person, if they're okay with a certain bad behavior, they may not partake today, but maybe tomorrow they will, okay? And so you don't want to ignore their friends. A lot of times, people tell us a lot about themselves by their associations. If a person brings 4 or 5, 6, 7 people to my church, one person, then usually they have similar traits. A professional person, well, oftentimes they'll bring a bunch of professional people with them. Everybody, either they're in college or they're in school or they're working or they're leaders in this and that, Then another sect of people may bring another host of people who have differing types of behaviors that's similar. See, the reality of it is we tend to hang out the most with people who are most like us. Now, I've heard this person say this. Sometimes you can look at your friends and tell a lot about yourself, And so if somebody were to judge your 4 or 5 closest associations, what would that say about you, right? And so that's why we have to be careful who we hang out with. The reality of it is can 2 walk together except they be agreed? And if we're walking together and you way off on it, in some way am I in agreement with that, right? I always tell people of God, if you're gonna grow in life, if you're the strongest, most talented, the smartest person in that room of all of your friends, you have to go and begin to get new friends. So you want to make sure that you actually begin to invest in friendships that are going to build you. Because that is the place where you grow, where you thrive, where you be all that you are supposed to be. But always pay attention to the reputation of those around him.